Hello everyone! Picking off where we last were, we just learned of the signs of the 7th dawn. Well, kind of learned. We need to speak to Momodi to learn more about them. The signs of the 7th dawn. Momodi is ready to tell you what she knows about the signs of the 7th dawn. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first and then the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Ul'dah. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these signs of the 7th dawn, you can't. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Totara. Now I've been given leave to tell you where to find the signs, and you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The signs are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called Quicksands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Totara, and days ahead promise to be busy. But I hope you won't forget about them as helped make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. And so we need to head to the Quicksands. To Vesper Bay. We don't know what it is yet. Quicksands. There's a joke with that. Prior to the change to the main scenario quest, we had to go to the Vesper Bay area repeatedly. It was almost basically, well, I'm exaggerating a bit, but it was basically every other quest you had to return to the Quicksands. And you'll understand what the Quicksands is once we get over there to Vesper Bay. And now that we are here, you will see a number of different quests that we can't do right now because we're not the high enough level. But once we move into this building here, we will see another Malafell. Tataru. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. I get worse every single time I sing that. Wah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to. I was invited here? Here at the behest of your Shtola? My sincerest... I can't speak, apparently. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Tara? Tara. Aha! Here you are! Yeah, here I am. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Quicksands, headquarters of the Scions of the 7th Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. Welcome! And the antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. So, the Quicksands is obviously as Tataru. I can speak. The Quicksands is where Tataru just said, the headquarters of the Signs of the 7th Dawn. And yes, party return to the Quicksands was a common phrase by a certain individual whom we are going to meet soon. And we can see basically nothing. You need not fear, this location is secure. I feel super safe. You say nothing? You say nothing. Scion of the 7th Dawn. I take it you're Tataru sent... Okay, that's gonna be a tongue twister. I hope we don't say my name in Tataru's name too often. I take it you're Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Just you guys try saying that. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. And you can see here, Vesper Bay Aetherite ticket. These didn't exist before. When the Square Enix reworked the main scenario quest, they introduced the Vesper Bay Aetherite ticket, which would teleport you to the Vesper Bay area. For lore reasons, there is a reason why Vesper Bay does not have an Aetherite. I will let you discover that on your own.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the 7th Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo.
Dun dun dun.
With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. Belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcome gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you're entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. I can say so, my inventory is very full. Let this gesture serve as an evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. So what if I said no? Do I still get the retainer? Not that I have an option to say no anyway, but you know. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was our veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when field. It is Wild Rose. Pray, keep it safe. Keep it secret? Keep it safe? Just talking about... Ah, yes, because I leveled up and I'm probably level 20. Yes, I am indeed. Yay, now I have my runny speed thingy thing. Don't ask. Hiring a retainer. I don't need to go through that. You can read that yourself. So yeah, we have the different Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We obviously know Y'shtola here. Our organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of two separate entities. The first was comprised of Sharlayan natives, such as myself, and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second, made up of individuals that share your rare gift, was known as the Path of the 12. The terrible events that ushered in the Seventh Umbral Era taught us that only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. Thancred. Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires a tremendous concentration of either, which is why the beast tribes go to such lengths to obtain crystals. Once they manifest in physical form, their unquenchable thirst for either only grows stronger. They would drink the land dry with nary a thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, it would be well within their ability to do so. It is for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. Ul'dah. This place is called the Quicksands, and it's our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but then a bunch of things happened and we ended up here instead. Wanna bet you're gonna move again? Papalammo. While there are others who possess the echo, none are near as strong as you with the power, hence our extremely high expectations of you. Eorzea. 7 waning moons see 7 suns rise. Divine order rolls, fallen corpse writhe. Thus the divine chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shines clear. They evoke the dire circumstance of this imperiled age. The realm doth shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth cowering neath the stifling blanket of the night, and we abide. We await the coming of the unborn era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness. Darkness, as I can't speak again. Minfilia. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Tataru. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. A wild rose by any other name. Minfilia is waiting to hear whether or not you will pledge your support to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Well, I think it's obvious that the answer is going to be no. I mean, yes.
I take it you will help us.
No.
Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down.
Don't count on it yet. I haven't helped you yet.
But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells?
Only because I heard saw the flashback of Y'shtola.
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Ul'dah. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ul'dah, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome!
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. I have been expecting you. Last but not least is Eorzea, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Eorzea, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldesion?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amalj'aa and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a Primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Amalj'aa, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a Primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the Primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Minfilia. Though the first mission you will come to understand the nature of our struggle with the Primals. The realm may appear well on its way to recovery, but reality paints a far bleaker picture. The truth is out there, Totara, and I would have you discover it for yourself. Thancred. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spat of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends of Amalj'aa and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see what he gives us. See that he gives us his full cooperation. So, off to Camp Drybone I go. And naturally, I've already been here, but I haven't done any of the side quests and stuff here. Isambard. Hi, I'm Isambard. Here to search for missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalj'aa. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Isambard. Unsolved Mystery. Isambard of Camp Drybone is seeking help to solve a mystery of missing persons. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalj'aa culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalj'aa hands. The flames burned where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adama Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. Poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalj'aa still linger. Would you secure the remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what Amalj'aa seek in this area. And that is in that direction, and we will go... Well, I guess we... Oops, I wanted that. I was gonna say we can go up that way, but I ran the wrong direction. And we can see a caravan is knocked over there. And a purple-hued area, which means a fight. A very short fight. And of course now we need to obtain the corpses of the individuals who were with the caravan. Woe is them. Less sarcastic than I said it. Isambard. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of the fallen? Yep. This poor soul seems to have been ravaged by an Amalj'aa before sitting to rot for several turns of the sun, times 3. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalj'aa? Did you see any? Yep. Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalj'aa remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is much more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalj'aa raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. Even if they were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? I don't know, but apparently I can't speak either, so you might not want to ask me. What poor people think. Isambard aims to return his investigation to the common folk. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them what we find reasons for these vanishings. 'Twill forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he is at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Yeah, or I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. He's probably not going to speak to me anyway. And we need to head into here. You okay, sir? 'Cause you're not at the door. I think you're drunk, sir. Bye! Gee, does this guy look familiar, or does he look familiar? Oh, darn, you're the bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What in the 7 L's do you want with me now? Isambard's note, a few words scrawled in code by Isambard of Drybone. Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Look around you or as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Apparently don't fart in their direction. Playing them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Yeah, okay. And we need to speak to Hungry Beggar. Please, miss, just leave me be. Devious derelict. I have nothing to say but this. They'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us little folk. Petrified Pauper. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. All I asked you was a question, kid. Sir, thing. And back to Ungust we go. Yeah, see, that was productive, wasn't it? Well, we got some exercise at least. Sort of. Right? Haha. Ungust. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. They've been taken of folk getting abducted. If you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Uh-huh. Of course, it's raining. Is it supposed to fit the mood? Isambard. Welcome back, Totara. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent of their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. Well, I guess there's one way to find out. By talking to you again first. Yes, don't mind me. Isambard would like you to learn what you can from the clergy. If we would know what the common folk speak to their gods, we've no better place to ask than the Church of St. Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you're headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marks. He tends the grave of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Okie dokie. This time we can go up these steps and go in the right direction. They have just like bodies all over the place. Marks. I'm Marks, yes. A body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. And that path is, I don't think it's up this way yet. Is it up this way? I can't remember. I know there's a up this way at some point. Oh, it is up this way. Okay. Embalmed corpse, a dead body ready for interment. I don't want to link it in the chat, thank you. I want to do that. Okay. Lay the embalmed corpse. Embalmed corpse. Bury the embalmed corpse. You're welcome. Kind of creepy. Just saying. May they all walk in the Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. Maybe Sister Orsen can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me, you will still find Sister Orsen within the church walls. So, in we go. Orsen. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants. It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marks would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Markson soon. And as we run into chairs, we will now return to the camp. There is a lot of people here today. Isambard. Thank you, Totara. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Totara? Pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in the service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good Sister Orson herself? Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. You would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Leech Cape remarks, I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Oh, you have, but you don't know that yet. I mean, hi. You heard nothing. Moving on. Isambard. For the children, Isambard is concerned about the questions surrounding Sister Orson's integrity. Sister Orson, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it cannot be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. No, there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Totara, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. So we need to head to the Golden Bazaar over there. And here we are. Chocobo Keep. There, now I can take the Chocobo some other time. And we need to head right there. Uncombed Urchin. Hello, Uncombed Urchin. Please help. Sister Orson went out on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But one of the monsters outside hurt her. Please find her. And so we need to go and find her, which is off in this direction. You smell of the dead. Been to the ruins, eh? No, just burying some bodies. What? Rotting pikeman. Rotting mage. That doesn't sound pleasant. Oops. Probably should target the correct bad guys. I mean, I meant to do that on purpose. Aiding Orson. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. And I guess that means we'll go back to. As we run into a tree. Wait, where are we going? Oh, we're going back to Camp Drybone. Let's run back in here and grab the chocobo. And hurry up before the fate starts. Oh, we might be too late. Can I avoid them? Can I take the chocobo? Haha. Just because I'm lazy, I wanted to go the fast route here. Hippity, hoppity. Isambard. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. That's forfeit. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. Yeah, I'm not so sure she's guilty either. Amalj'aa, wrong places. Isambard seems to have a message for you from Thancred. I am well glad I served without in-room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that you will be waiting at the Amalj'aa encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. And that means I am off in that direction. Thancred. Ah, there you are, Totara. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalj'aa caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let's say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why... Shoot, I clicked and didn't. This, of course, brings me why do I requested you, dear Totara. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Apparently you don't like Amalj'aa, or are you testing me? Leaflet. And look at that, skills of a ninja. Of course, I think somebody was just here and killed some of them already, so that's why it was a little more easy to sneak around. Or it's just that easy. Thancred. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Not particularly, but there's a strange slip of parchment found at the Amalj'aa encampment in eastern Thailand that you might be interested in. This leaflet. See the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though. Atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nodthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Back to Camp Drybone we go. And of course, over here... this room. Thancred. Now, let us see what Sister Orson makes of this leaflet. Orson. Oh, the two kids are here too. My savior comes again. To what do I owe this honor this day? To what do I owe this honor this day? And we will show her the leaflet. What's this? Blasphemous! These are not her teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? Probably? Oh, Thancred. The plot thickens, Totara. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt and irony in there somewhere, but I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. As I sound robotic in the process. Isambard. Posing as a priest? To think... These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Totara. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. You're welcome, sort of, I think. Dress to Deceive. Isambard wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Totara and me serve like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Ah, I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell of the stains. This will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Totoro, so as to lay the foundation of our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the garments and bombard his lentas and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Apparently my inventory is getting very full. Anyway, some farming slops equipped and Swain hilt. I preach the teachings of Azima the Warden. Hast thou come to partake the honey of her wisdom? Azemia is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Neural Flame Captain. Wait, you got work for me? And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The Immortal Flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Well, sorry. And we need to head into here and speak with, you, Edelstan. I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Well, sorry for asking. And that blinded me. We need to head up onto the roof there. Where's the steps up? Right, we need to go this way. I think. Surely there's another way to get there, isn't there? Oh no, yeah, this is the way. Iraldis. What is it? Not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Well, my kind are not even you, so you know. Wait, where am I going? Where am I going? It should be right here. Oh, it's in here. I knew that. Emergard. I always forget this one. Greetings, good madame. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out of the pond north of Sandgate. Okay, we don't want to help you because you seem like a grubby little person who doesn't want to, risk help, Ingrid. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Totoro. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Guess I'll suffer the smell for a little while longer. Thancred. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Probably. You look absolutely smashing, Totoro. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left is the wait for a quarry to appear, apart from my gloves and my boots and my weapon. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. There is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nald, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. Penury? Penury? Whatever. Lies. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance. You would have made a god's-awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know? You jerks tricked me! But please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalj'aa raids began. They would appear suddenly as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalj'aa in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalj'aa. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the Immortal Flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! The coin was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalj'aa pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express my contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourself for the gods. You going somewhere? Ah, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. It'll be time enough to learn the truth. Ugh. Totara, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? Okie dokie. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Pray, return to the Waking Sands! In this case, we have the little teleporty thingy, so look at that. What am I going to use? One of them teleporty thingies. And it takes you right there, which is so much faster than having to travel to somewhere, either Limps Elements in lower decks, to take the ferry to go to Vesper Bay, or to teleport over here and then over there. And I suppose I can get out of these grubby clothes again. Wrong button. There we go. Look at that. Super fast. Speed of light. Not quite. Tataru, bye-bye. Quicksands entry point. Speaking. And here we can see Y'shtola is over here, and we can also see that there are other people over here. We have a Brent. Don't mind me, lass. I'm just here to deliver a shipment. Now, where shall I tell him to put it? Now, you should kind of recognize this dude. But he's not the one that we saw before. He is actually a different person. We have an Una. We have a Tia. We have an Arnvald. We have an Ollie. We have a Papalimo. A Eorzea. A Yida. Okay, moving on. You probably don't care. Bye, Y'shtola. And there's nothing over in that direction. Well, at least there never has been. I wonder if there ever will be. Entrance to the Solar. Minfilia. Welcome back, Totara. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You've done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalj'aa know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. But to resume, we'll be doing that in the next episode. Ha 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 ha. Yes, I know, I mean. Thanks for watching!